The Four Magazine, Detroit, baby, we out here. You see what's going on, we activated, we ain't playing no games.
Welcome to another episode of Interviews with the Four Magazine, where we go beyond the veil into the thoughts, ideas, and perspectives of each guest that we sit down with. And today, we got a special one, man. Somebody that's been going crazy, putting on for Detroit in a major way, staying consistent, and really just a ball of fresh air, you know what I mean, for the city, especially with like people that can actually rap. Me being a fan of not just, the traditional Detroit sound that we do rap in, but somebody that actually got bars and that actually put the time to, pen good stuff together, man. We got Detroit Diamond in the building. What's going on,
What up,
sis?
though? What up, though?
Not much. How you feeling today?
I feel great.
Absolutely.
Actually, I feel real good today, for real.
That's dope. That's dope. Well,
Yeah.
again, definitely appreciate you pulling up, man. You could be
Thank you.
anywhere, but you chose to come on the Forum magazine. So much gratitude for that.
Yeah, had to come see y'all. Like I was telling you before, I'm attracted to great quality and consistency, and that's what I see from your platform. So I was like, yeah, I got to come talk to them.
100. So we're going to get right into it, man. We're going to go back to the west side of Detroit, Plymouth Road to be exact.
Yeah.
We
know about my hood.
Man, we got foreign family that's from that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, shout out to P-Rock, man.
Shout out to P-Rock.
You are where you are right now. For those who may not know, you've been grinding, you've been working for quite some time. However, as of recently, with the show that you've been on,
right?
You've like isolated yourself as somebody that's like the main attraction. Although I'm sick as hell that you didn't take that dub back, at the end of the day, it still was the ultimate dub. You feel me? For you and everything that you got going on. So we see where you at right now, but you actually do come from humble beginnings.
Right.
Where
like nothing.
Yeah.
It's not even humble. It's like the bottom completely, for sure.
Absolutely. And so we kind of want to start there. So like I said, west side of Detroit, Plymouth Road, single parent household. If you could go back to those days, talk a little bit about some of the things that you experienced coming up, the good and the bad of, being raised on Plymouth early on.
So like you said, it was just me and my mama, I feel like I had a great childhood because, back in the day, like, we made stuff fun. It wasn't like how it is now where it's like the kids just strictly on the phones and they ain't got no social life. Like, we made outside fun. We played basketball, we rode bikes, did stuff in the neighborhood with our friends and stuff. So I had a great childhood when it comes to that. But when it comes to like the survival mode that I was put into as a kid, I feel like no kid should be put into that situation. But I mean, you don't have that choice, depending on what your parents got going on and stuff like that. So, I didn't have shit for real. Like, I had a lot of material things, but far as like our household, we just didn't have like no lights, no heat, you feel me, no hot water. Like, we boiling the water, we using the power cords next door in the houses sometimes to, get some electricity going and stuff like that. And it was, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm feeling more of the trauma of it as an adult than I did while I was a kid.
Why would you say that? Yeah.
Because I feel like I knew it wasn't normal when I was a kid, because if I'm not at home and I go like to my grandparents' house, I see how stuff's supposed to operate. They heat and they lights and they stuff is working, washer, dryer, all that type of stuff. And even when I go to school, like, I can see how other kids is, but I always still felt like I wasn't lacking in no area because I still got clean clothes. I got the new shit, like, I'm still one of them, but my process of my day, it was totally
Different
different.
than the average
Yeah,
person,
than
yeah.
anybody else. So,
Yeah.
but I feel like as an adult now, how I be feeling about it, it's like, I don't know. It kind of scared me from like wanting to have kids in a certain sense. Like, even though I know I wouldn't personally bring a kid into the world if my situation wasn't set up right, but I just always think about, like, my mama had me when she was 21.
Yeah.
When I was 21, I couldn't imagine having no kid, because it's like, bro, I'm still trying to figure out my life. And, so it's like I'm giving her grace in that sense. And then it was just her by herself doing it. Like,
100%.
dude wasn't there, like making sure she was cool and everything like that. So I don't know. It's just, when you get older and you trying to figure out, like,
you're trying to get the answers.
Yeah, like,
trying to understand
who am
why.
I?
Yeah.
Who am I? Why did this stuff happen? Certain situations you be going through in relationships, and then just going to therapy. So, like, when I go to therapy now, it's like my therapist telling me, like, okay, this was happening because of this, and you did this, and,
and that's the thing about it.
Shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing about it. Not to cut you off, but that's the thing about it too. I think the older that we are, and we begin to experience things and have these different, like, emotional dispositions, we start maturing to understanding that it's coming directly from something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, like you say, through therapy, now we tracing them steps back, and it's like, damn, this really childhood trauma. Why am I moving like this and I'm acting like this? In terms of Pops, if you can, what do you know about him? Have you ever seen him, communicated?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just ain't talked to him since my brother got killed. So it's been about 11 years now. But he gets nothing from me, so
yeah.
Don't even want to
yeah, for sure.
speak on that.
100%. So not only was it tough in the sense of, no lights or anything like that, but also drug abuse. I don't know, maybe not on your mom's side. I don't know if it was on the other side, but I heard you speak on that a little bit. What did you see in, like, the drug abuse aspect?
I feel like alcohol and drug abuse, especially in like late 70s and 80s, going, like, I feel like that was just like their reality and like how they live their life, how they cope with stuff. Like, my mama's side is more of the sane, clean side, but people do their thing. The other side, it was just like to the point where I'm like, I'll never do that. Like, that's why I don't smoke and drink. So just because I seen certain people and I'm like, I don't want to be like this.
So you never smoked a drink before?
I have, but that's like tried it, type of thing, but I don't.
Your first experience with smoking weed, what was it? Was you tripping?
Oh, man. No, I was tripping low key. Like, not like, because I done seen some people like tweak out, you feel me? But it was like my freshman year of high school. And I was like, damn, like, this is like peer pressure for real. Like, like they be like, so would you get to high school or stuff like that? So it was like literally the very first day I went to school, one of my teammates picked me up.
Oh, this was the first day.
The very first day.
That was some initiation for high school type.
No, dead ass. Like, so I played basketball. So one of my teammates, she was like either a junior or a senior, picked me up. Because I went to Cody. So when I was in 9th grade, they had us in a different building at first. Like, we was in Rudderman for Cody 9. So she came from Cody to pick me up at Cody 9, took me back to the other one. But on the way, like, she smoking or whatever. So she trying to pass me. I'm like, bro, I don't smoke. Yeah. Like, she like, come on, like, dude. And mind you, I done said no a million times before this. Like, I got my own mind, but I was like, maybe let me just try it and see how it is. Like, it wasn't even she kept trying to press me, but she low-key was at the same time.
Yeah, on a slick tip.
So I was like, fuck it. I hit it. And I just was like, I just felt like I couldn't control my body. Like I couldn't control what was going on. So it was like immediately when I got home, I just fell asleep on the floor and I was asleep the whole day.
Damn.
Like, so I'm like, hell no, I
Did
can't do
you
this.
went back to mom's house or grandma's
My
house?
grandma, yeah, not my mama house. Hell no.
Bro over there like, hell no.
Hell no.
I'm saying, did grandma see you or she was just
Nobody
out the way?
knew,
You just
like,
kind of,
Yeah, she just like, thought I was tired, probably from like practice or something. I just laid down on the living room floor and
From
I
that
was
day.
asleep the whole entire day. I mean, until it's time for school again the next day. Like, I'm like, yeah, no, because you can't, I just feel like I can't control myself. I have to be aware of everything that's going on. I'm a Taurus. I got control issues. I got to see everything, know what's going on. So yeah, I don't drink or smoke at all.
Sure. What about drinking? Have you ever drunk before?
Yeah.
Like, what was
drinking funny. So like, I mean, it's not funny, but my experience was because it's like whenever I go to Vegas, I get like, them slushy type of drinks that they got.
Yeah.
They real fruity. So them the only ones I could kind of tolerate a little bit because it's fruity, but I never drink the whole thing. It's like I let somebody else get it and I just get a little cup.
Don't tell me this time you drunk the whole thing.
No.
Oh, okay.
It only take a little bit. Like,
and you be,
I'm done. Like, I mean, like leaning, like help me up. Like, I'm sleepy. It's just.
No, for sure.
I don't like it. I can't control shit.
No, but that's cool though, man. Like, even for you, I feel like that's inspirational, you know what I mean, for people because it's eyes on you, you know what I mean? It's people watching you, people paying attention to you that's younger than you,
Man, a lot of kids, like the kids be on my head all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So just to set that standard, I mean, yeah, you tried it before, but to set that standard that's not something that you know what I mean?
Right.
Just actively doing, man. I think that's dope. So going through, all of these ebbs and flows, there's also a story where you got surprised by your mom with something. But it wasn't the surprise that you thought, you know what I mean, or was expecting.
Right.
Just so the people can understand how real this is and how you really getting it out the mud. Tell that story a little bit.
I love you done did some research for real. So what he's talking about is a time where it was like, I believe it was Christmas time. And we stand in the same house. We was on Plymouth and Montrose, like, and I come home one day, and when I walk in, the lights was on, and I'm like it's not even just the fact that the lights was on, like the way my mama brought me in, as if like it was a big thing, because it was, like she like got my eyes closed and everything, like, and I walk in, it's like. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God, like the lights on. So like, that was like a gift. Like I damn near ain't even need nothing for Christmas because it's like, bro, like we got some electricity.
Lights,
I don't know how long that shit lasted, but for the moment it was cool. It was like, damn, like I'm grateful. And I didn't even like have my own, when I say like my own home where I'm like a nice bed, laundry, like washer and dryer, shower. It didn't happen until like my freshman year of high school. So we had eventually end up moving into another house, like in Redford and stuff like that. We had a nicer,
and that's when things start going. Yeah,
it was getting better. But I mean, even then, once I got to like college and stuff like that, I'm still being put in survival. Like I never got out of survival mode, like my entire life.
And we gonna go into that too. Like definitely, it's like now you're at that point where you can breathe a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it's still a hustle. It's still a grind. But you at that point where you could breathe a little bit more, and we gonna walk our way through it. But what I do want to ask is, coming from that type of background, when you are blessed with certain opportunities and certain levels of stability, how appreciative does going through that make you when you receive those things?
It's everything for real. Like, any little blessing that I get, I'm super grateful for. My situation right now, like the fact that I have my own place and I don't have to ask anybody for anything, like that's like the biggest blessing. I don't be caring about nothing. Like I will sit in the house for days and just be like, thank you. Like, because coming from, like I said, that situation from when I was younger, still going through it in my adult years, because I've always just been chasing a better life. Like I never was like, okay, I'm gonna just settle and I'm about to just be like everybody else that was, you feel me, like in my family or that I know. I never had no role model. Like it was never nobody that I just looked up to and I'm like, damn, I want to be like them. Besides like celebrities, you know, like LeBron James,
And
the
that's still
Oprahs,
far to some degree.
man,
That ain't.
super far. Like, damn, I ain't never think I met Oprah before.
Wow.
I'm like,
How was that? How was that?
That shit was crazy. Like,
How did you meet Oprah? That's crazy. Huh?
you ain't know I met Oprah?
No,
I gotta show you
I
a
ain't know
picture.
that. Yeah.
Last year I was working because I be doing like production assistant too, like so behind the scenes stuff on TV shows and film and stuff like that. So when Kamala was running for president, Oprah was like endorsing her. So they came to Michigan and they did a whole TV show, a platform or whatever. And I was working on it. So we was in the same area at the same time. I never even thought that I was going to get opportunity to meet them because I'm like, you can't even get close to them. You feel me? Like we walking down the hallway at the exact same time. And I'm just like, oh my God, I gotta say hi. I gotta get a picture. Like,
What's that billionaire energy like, man?
it's just like a light, bro. Like smell good, feel good, hug me, felt like a good auntie hug, you know, rich auntie.
Yeah.
Rich,
Big rich auntie, yeah.
Billionaire hug. Like I haven't even touched the shirt that I wore that day.
Straight
again.
up.
Like that bitch gotta go in a frame, you feel me?
That's what you gotta know.
Yeah, but like she was super nice. She was like, she asked me what my name was. I told her Diamond. She was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You look like a diamond. And she was like, you know, I could just feel your light. She gave me a hug and she was just like, let's take a picture.
That's dope. You got a chance to meet MC Light too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I opened up for MC Light. MC Light, legend.
The GOAT. Especially with, you know what I mean, I don't like to segment it as a female rapper. Like y'all are rappers. You get what I'm saying? But just for, you know, the understanding of, you know, what she had to do in order to open up this lane for y'all
one of the pioneers.
She's one of those.
Of rap, period.
Yeah.
Like,
what was that encounter like?
Man, we just talk about MC Light, like literally, we talk about her every day, damn near, but it was just super cool. Like one day my godmama had told me she was on tour and she was going to different places looking for artists and stuff. So I just hit her up and I sent her my video from when I was on Sway, like rapping and stuff. So as soon as she seen it, she just threw fire underneath. Like, I'm like, damn, it worked. Like she seen it. And then she like, where you at? Like, I'm gonna have my people reach out to you and then, you know, let you come out. So after that, once I met her in person, it was 10 times more like love, good energy. She shot me her number, like hit me whenever you need anything type vibe. Like,
yeah. And we're going to get back into the, you know, like the process of coming up. But while we in this pocket right now, how difficult is it for you to, that's crazy, it's my daughter. She going crazy. But,
hey, you better answer for daughter now. She
how difficult, she with mom.
Okay.
How difficult, no, for sure. How difficult is it for you, to remain and keep your lyricism and like talk about like positive things, the struggle and stuff like that, as opposed to your body, your looks, you know what I mean? The natural thing that women go for as an artist. And, you know, salute to everybody, but it's still a specific lane that you choosing, that you dedicated to. How difficult is it for you to stay there? And what's making you not cross over into that type of artistry?
Okay, I'm going to say, when I first started rapping, I feel like I was touching every base, right? And that's because I was doing like, I was calling them D-mixes. So it's just like me remixing whatever song that was like popping at the time or whatever. So, whatever that song was, I'm kind of staying on topic of what that song is.
Got you.
So I have songs or freestyles that I am more sexual, more, you know, like girly, stuff like that. But I just always knew, like, at the end of the day, the authentic you is what sells. So me telling my story about my real life is gonna be worth more than anything at the end of the day. T.I. is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I feel like I be in his pocket. You feel me? Like when I'm rapping. And then I feel like I got a balance. Like I know how to turn the sexy on, and then I know how to rap for real. So it's like they can't put me in a box of saying like, oh, she just only talk about this.
Yeah.
Like I could just rap.
Cause
like,
I'm
an artist.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you that too. Like not even trying to encourage, you know, you to do anything, but how difficult that role can be to actually go to that level if that balance is not there.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But like you saying, like you really can do it all, and you don't have a problem with doing it all. It's just really however you feeling at that time in that moment.
Yeah. Right. And I definitely feel like because I'm not overly sexual, it has taken me a little longer than
that's my point.
The typical female rapper. Because I've definitely had plenty of opportunities where I could have already been signed, where I could have already, you feel me, like been on huge platforms and did stuff, but it was like but you have to do this that came afterwards. And I pride myself on like my morals and my values. Like it's not one person that can tell you that I done smashed them to get to where I am. I done did this. I done, you know, sold my soul, sold my body. Like I've never done any of those type of things. So, but don't get it twisted. I'm grown and I'm sexy.
For
so if I do a video or I do something that I'm in that bag, it's just like I'm showing my versatility. But you're not just about to just hear me say,
yeah, that ain't something straight up.
Like
you ain't hanging your hat on that.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any awkward situations where you felt, you know, the tension or the pressure of somebody trying to shoot their shot to get you on that tip?
Multiple times, like. So many times, especially when I was in LA, like that shit it's highly weird. Like they call it that for a reason. Cause it's like, they try to make it seem like, you know, it's the land of the opportunities. And if you don't go, then you just gonna miss out. And I'm like, well, shit, I guess I'm just gonna miss this one. Like this opportunity came, another one gotta come. So either you gonna be a solid dude or individual and you want to help me for real because you see what I got going on, my talent, my worth, or it's just not meant to be. So yeah I done had hella niggas that used to be on that all the time.
Without, of course, you know, because we ain't here for that. Without putting no names on it, could you give like a situation, like walk us through a situation where you like?
Okay, so one time I had a performance. And me and somebody else that I was rapping with when I was in LA, we did like this competition. So they was like, whoever wins, they get a meeting with Capitol, I believe. It was some record label. I believe it was Capitol. And you get to perform at like a celebrity basketball game and some little shit or whatever like that. So we go. We perform, obviously we win. Like, I'm talking about obviously. No, like obviously we win because we was turned. So immediately after we get done performing, this guy, he come up to me. You are like, y'all so fire. He's not even acknowledging the other girl that I'm rapping with because she not giving a sexier side. All right. So I wasn't actually either, but I guess it's just my appearance in general. So he like, yeah, I work for the label. So take my number down. Whoop, like, I'm gonna hit you up. Like, we gonna take you right in there. Bet, like, shit, this is what I've been waiting for, you know? That same night, he hitting me and I'm thinking like, okay, now we about to get to talking about the meeting is. he immediately like, I can walk you right through the door, but I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z type shit. Like, and I'm like, damn, like, I mean, the same day that I meet you, like, you on this, he like, shit, like, pull up to the mansion, we trying to do this. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, it's nobody here that's just genuine, like, that just really want to, take somebody and don't want nothing from them in that way. But it kept happening. Like, it was like I was attracting the niggas. Like, they all was like that. Yeah, I worked with such and such. I go to their studios, they'll show me all the shit they got going. I'm like, bro, I done heard this and seen this so many times.
At this point, you already know what's going on.
I'm like, but I let them all just keep on, playing the game. Like, all right, well, at this point, I got to just use these niggas for the studio time. Nah, like.
Straight up. You right. Then when you know the game, now you can play it at your own. You see that? Come on, man. We from the city, man. Right. We go.
This the finesse
we go
capital.
finesse and finagle some shit the worst way. Stop playing.
God, but.
So what a lot of people may not know, is that originally before music became a thing, and we'll talk about your inspiration into why you chose to do the music, but basketball was your initial ticket up out of here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. High school, going crazy, if I ain't mistaken, averaging like 27 or something crazy like that. What position did you play? And
I played point guard.
Okay, you played point. Mm-hmm. So when did you, pick up the basketball? When did you, just want to do that, period?
I came out the womb with the basketball, for real. Like, my mama used to hoop, so she taught me. I started playing, like, organized probably, like, around 3, 4.
Did you say like 3, 4? So you was,
on some PAL teams and stuff like that. And, it was just in me. It was like, I felt like I obviously needed to like learn the fundamentals of how to play, but I feel like it just was like in my blood that I was just a hooper, you know? And, like I played my whole life. AAU, I started varsity my whole high school career.
Man, we gotta see this, man. Cause I'm
old and rusty now. Like, the jumper ain't went nowhere, but I ain't.
That's one thing about a real hooper. Even if the moves ain't there, cause you gotta get that back. Yeah. But that wrist, that mug gonna stay where it's at. Nowhere. We gotta get you in one of these Detroit celebrity basketball games.
The last one I had, I wish I would have been able to play in there. I had some stuff going on that day. When it was 3-1-3 weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do one of these.
No,
days.
for sure. In terms of basketball, what was the best era of basketball to you? Because you got, and I'm gonna say going back from the Jordan era, then what I would call the AI Kobe era, and then the LeBron.
I just feel like the end of Kobe going into LeBron, because that's what I seen.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, people try to make the case like who the GOAT is, and it's like, it's a GOAT for every era. Like, and it's based on the people that you've seen for real. Like, so I'm a LeBron, like, diehard fan. So
straight up,
anything LeBron do, I'm supporting it.
So you do feel like Bron is the best overall basketball player to ever pick up the ball?
Yeah. For sure.
Okay.
To be a pass first guy and have the most points, that nobody's catching up with that alone. Like, okay, he could have more rings, but goddamn, like 4 ain't enough. Sheesh, like, it's niggas who in the Hall of Fame, they ain't got 1.
Real talk.
So, and all the biggest critics that be talking about him, it's like, y'all, but what did y'all do?
Real talk.
Like,
real talk. We was talking, and you said that you were constantly in survival mode for a long period of time. Mm-hmm. And when you went to college, I believe you went to three different colleges, right?
Yeah.
And
very crazy, yes.
Yeah, so you was moving around. the struggle didn't stop then. You had periods of times where you were. Was this during college where you was? No, you wasn't living out your car during college, was you? That was after.
Yeah, that was
college.
literally just like 2023.
Right. So what I want to specifically talk about then is like the politics with collegiate sports.
Crazy.
Because you went from averaging what you averaged in high school. You was like All-American or something like that.
To pretty much not shit, not even playing for real because of the politics of college sports. Like, when I got recruited, I mean, I was getting recruited by like every college in the nation. I mean, the North Carolinas, Illinois, Michigan State, all of them. And I chose to go to UTEP first because that was the first school where the coach made me feel like they cared. Like, she flew out here, came to my school, checked on my grades, made sure all my credits was right. You know, came to my house. My mama cooked. Like, it gave like, she more invested than anybody else. So I don't even care if I had never really even heard of this school for real. Like, I knew of the school because of the movie. What was that movie called? Glory Road, I think. So they had made a movie about the school. That's how I knew about it. But far as like competing on a collegiate level, I never knew nothing about it. But I'm like, I knew some girls that went there from Michigan and they were successful. One of the girls, Jessica Hughes, she from here and she just got put into the Hall of Fame there.
Right.
So it's like, I know some hoopers that went there. They just came off a winning season, stuff like that. Yeah. And what they were selling me was like, okay, you and this other girl that's from Michigan, y'all gonna be like the 1 and the 2. Cool, right? I knew it wasn't going to be the first year I got there because they still had a senior point guard. Gotcha. So I'm like, okay, this going to give us a year to get in and develop, but we still going to hoop, you know, like we practicing, we competing. And then it was just like, nah, only the girls from Texas playing because the school in Texas, right? In El Paso, Texas. And then only the girls from overseas playing. So I'm like, okay. I see how this, you know, how this going.
So they get to verbally just say that, and
no, that ain't.
But that's just what they get. That's
what it was. If you look this scene, it was literally Houston, Dallas, some other part of Texas. Them the girls that's playing for real, and then we had a coach that was from overseas who would get like all the tall girls. They all playing.
Did you ever get to have that conversation? Like, I know at some point you had to kind of get fed up.
Towards the end, though, because it's like, you don't want to say too much because you a freshman, you coming in.
You still hoping that opportunity comes, so you just being patient, working hard.
And I had moments throughout the season where it was like, okay, I get in probably like 5 minutes and score like 9 points quick. Like, I get in, hit like 3 threes or get some buckets, you feel me? And they'll just take me out. Like, it didn't even matter because it's like, you was just coming in to get my girls a breather. This ain't really for you to get no shine type thing. Like, this ain't your program.
Damn.
Like, so, and that was discouraging as fuck because like you saying, I'm coming off of playing my entire life. Like, every team was my team. I'm scoring, I'm having fun. It wasn't fun no more. And mind you, I did get out of survival mode a little bit that freshman year because I was on a full ride, right?
Right.
So, you know, financial aid, whatever the checks, whatever, they done flew us to the Bahamas, you know, like we doing a lot of stuff that I ain't never did before in my life. And then the money that I'm getting, I'm feeling like I got a little pay. So I'm sending it back to the crib. Like, my mama needs some money here. I'm sending her like 200, 300, 400 every week type thing. Brother needs some money, sending him some. I'm flying motherfuckers out. Like, I'm just, you feel me? I feel like I'm rich around here. And that shit was going away quick. Like, damn, I ain't had nothing to show for it. I ain't had no car. I ain't had nothing. I'm like, all I'm left with some Beats headphones and a couple pair of forces or something. Like, nothing for real. So, but yeah, by the end of the year, I was just like, this ain't for me. Like, I can't stay here and just be miserable, you know, like not playing. My mental health, I didn't even know what mental health was at that time for real, but I just knew I wasn't happy. Yeah. So I'm like, I want to, you know, transfer. They was like, cool. They let me go. I went to the University of Tampa next. So I leave Texas and go to Florida. Like, so I'm happy because I always wanted to live in Florida.
And that was that the decision that made you go Florida, just because you always wanted to?
I always wanted to live there, and I just felt like the team was fitting me better. Like, I'm like, it's a better vibe, the energy, the weather, like everything about Tampa was just like, this it. Like, I'm about to flourish here. And I get there and it's cool and everything. Like, I just feel like college athletes back then, you kind of needed kind of a mentor to like help you during the process of picking the school, going on the visits with you. Because yeah, I can take my mama or somebody else, but if they ain't never did it,
they ain't gonna know what questions to ask.
Nobody knows nothing. We just going through the process, and it's like, okay, great. It's better than whatever I just came from.
And it's so easy to sweet talk a mama. You know what I mean?
It's easy to sweet talk a kid too.
True.
17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid that's coming from the hood. Like, anything you show me, it's like, it's better than where I came from. So I'm like, yes. I mean, they got all type. They had the motherfucking locker room decked out jersey there, taking me out to restaurants, crab legs here doing this. I'm just like, oh, they love me here. Like, this gonna be my life. I'm lit. And took me on a boat ride, all type. I mean, they woo.
So they really take care of college like athletes, like they get full ride scholarships and stuff like that. They really take care of y'all well, huh?
Yeah, so my freshman year when I was at UTEP, I had a full ride, like, and everything was paid for. I never even took out a student loan or nothing during that time. When I got to Tampa, it was a little lower because the school was a D2. So I went from D1 to D2. So I wasn't getting the money that I was getting before, you know, far as my financial aid or whatever the, you know, funds they was giving, but it was still manageable, right? But I'm telling people no more than I was before.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I gotta survive for me now. Real like, talk. You feel me? I'm cashing y'all out. And once I start saying the no's, now people like, oh, you acting funny. F you, this ain't this, da-da-da. Like, you acting, I'm like.
That's so funny, man. How you could be blessing somebody that ain't even, you know, that you don't have to. Like, this is what you doing out the kindness of your heart, but people will get so comfortable, you know what I mean, to where they start feeling entitled to the shit. Like, that's crazy.
You ain't put in one piece of this work that I'm doing to have this. Like, or people just think because of whatever their title is in your life that they supposed to get something.
Facts.
So, I mean, I went through a rough period with like my mama feeling like I owed her for her being my mama. Like, damn, like I'm grateful. I'm blessed that you decided to have me and I'm here now. But wanting me to pay you back for bringing me into the world is crazy.
Yeah,
like,
when I never asked to be here, you know. But I think also, too, you gotta know that it's in my heart to do that when I can do that. So what is we talking about?
Soon as I get it, I'm cashing you out.
Who don't want to do that? You know what I mean? So if I ain't doing that, then that mean I ain't where you may think I am.
Yeah. Or I don't have it to take care of both of us right now. Like, let me just make sure I'm cool and then we gonna get there. But
for sure,
it ain't really work out like that. And then even when it came to the hooping situation there, it was like pretty much the same situation where I felt like the overseas, that team that I was on there, it was more predominantly white, I would say. Like, it was like probably like 4 black girls that was on the team for real. And everybody hooped and stuff like that, but it was just like, I just feel like the coach had favorites, and until all the seniors is gone, it's still like you just don't. Like no matter how bad you cooking niggas in practice, they don't be caring. It's like they been here, these are they players type of thing, and that's just how they rock out.
But I wonder how. And this is not to invalidate your statement, but I'm just asking out of curiosity. I wonder how is it that certain players are able to come from high school into college and they freshman year be like, what do you see the difference between those type of players that get that opportunity? Is it just the place that they end up at?
Yeah,
Or?
I feel like it's the school, for sure. Because if you smart, you will go to a program that's not as successful or don't have like superstar players already. So
And
because
make your name.
yeah, like that's the reason why I went to Cody, because it was like I could have went to King originally, but the team was loaded. Like, yeah, I'm not saying I wouldn't have played, but this if I go here, this is my team for the whole high school season, you know, like my career.
Yeah.
So it's all based on your decision, the coaches, the relationships, injuries, stuff like that. Like, I feel like when I got to college, I kind of was a little injury prone too. Like, I was getting concussions, my knees was bad. I'm getting cortisone shots every other week. Like, it was a lot that was going on.
That played into that, yeah.
Yeah.
If you was to, if everything went as you wanted it to go, and between your freshman year and your senior year, if you was to get drafted, what time frame, like who would you been like possibly drafted with?
I don't know, because I don't even know how that process worked for real.
Not team wise, but players wise that's in the league right now.
My class, really, I can only think of one girl that was in my class that went to the league, which is Ariel Powles. And me and her played on the same AAU team and everything. She played for Atlanta now. So she the only one that I know that actually from like our class that went to the league. Like, I know some other girls that was a little older than me that went, but it wasn't really that many
people that was
hoopers that actually took it serious and was like, I want to go to the next level. And injuries, like for women, injuries is really a deal breaker for the most part. And I just lost the love of basketball in general, like after my brother got murdered, because that happened during my college career. So that year when I was at Tampa, that's when it happened. So, yeah, I was just kind of fucked up, like all the way.
For sure. So like, even with us being in that, in that spot right there, very pivotal moment, life-changing moment.
Right.
Of course, from the bad, but you picked up a lot from that too, which is the reason why you here right now.
Right.
You at a basketball game, police come in, you see the police talking to your coach.
Right.
Your coach pull you to the side after the game. And from that point forward, tell us, what happened.
Yeah, so it was January 29th, 2014. And I'm at the University of Tampa at the time. It was I want to say like a conference championship game, and we had just won, so it was like everybody's having a good time. We celebrate, we happy. But like while we on the bench, we noticing like police come in and he talking to my coach. We like cracking jokes like what Coach Jesse did, like you feel me? So after the game, he grabbed me out the locker room and he like, your mom has said to grab you and call you, for you to call her, after the game or whatever. And he was like, do you know what it could be about? And at the time, my great grandma was sick. So I'm thinking like, maybe it's something with her because she was like in and out the hospital at the time. And I'm just hoping like, like she good, it's nothing crazy or whatever. So I go into his office and we call her, and she just like crying. And I'm like, mind you, my mama don't never cry. It ain't no emotions ever being shown for real. Like, so I'm like, I'm definitely thinking like it's my grandma, because that's our heart. Like, my grandma's everybody's heart. So she was just like, they killed your brother. And I'm just like, just sitting there like confused because I'm like, how, like that don't even make sense. He, first of all, he's not even that type of person to be in something where it's like a nigga just gonna kill him. Like, that nigga smiling all day long. Like, everybody love him. He having fun. He party promoting, rapping, like taking care of his kids. Is nothing that you would just be like, this will happen to him. So I'm just like, what? Like, it's just not making sense. And she just, like, that was pretty much it. I don't even remember exactly what happened after that, but I just know, like, I was just numb for a while.
Yeah.
Didn't get it. Crying, obviously. And some of my teammates was just like, trying to stay around me so I wasn't like by myself and stuff like that. But yeah, that was like the darkest time of my life. Like, I don't even feel like me staying in the car was darker than that period, because it's like, it's your brother, like, it's your sibling. Granted, we didn't grow up in the same house, but we had a relationship where it was like, I can't play about him, he can't play about me. Like, we 6 months apart. You feel me? Like, he had my first nephew. Like, this is my baby. You feel me? And then at the time, I feel like what made it so bad for me, and I had so much guilt because we wasn't talking before it happened. And it was because of like my mama and his daddy or they getting into it about dumb shit, like child support stuff, niggas going to jail, like just dumb stuff that's like putting us at odds, because he trying to defend him and I'm trying to tell him like, bro, you don't know what's going on. I be going to court with these niggas. I know that he ain't shit pretty much and he not doing his job. So we just didn't talk for a couple months before it happened. So it was like, I had so much guilt on that. And it was like, it wasn't even my fault, but it was nothing that I could do. I was just hurt.
Even with you saying that too, I guess my next question would be, with your parents being the cause of why you and your brother wasn't able to have that do you hold a little disdain, you know what I mean?
For sure.
To them or him, or however?
For sure. It adds way more fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Because there's no way. Like, we ain't never not talked. So for it to be that situation, and then it's right before he passed away, it's like, bro, like, y'all some idiots at this point. Like,
yeah.
And it's not even that deep. So, yeah, that shit just, that messed me up for a minute.
For sure. If I may, without going into details, as you explained, the type of person that he was, always smiling, you couldn't fathom or understand why or how this could happen. How did it happen?
So from what I was told, or what the news report and all of that type of thing was, he had, I guess, met some guys on Facebook, or one of his homeboys told him about some dudes in Flint that had a play or whatever. Like, they was selling bank cards. I don't even know what, I'm be trying to figure out like what the hell that is. But I mean, I ain't no scammer, so I don't even be knowing, the game, like how it is type shit like that. But he coming off of having baby number 2, right? Trying to make some money or whatever. He go out to Flint with I still to this day don't even know who the person he was in the car with, which also, like, it's so crazy that we talking about this, because the other night I'm literally up to probably like 4 or 5 in the morning just trying to like put the pieces together of what happened. Mind you, this is 11 years ago. And it's like, now I want to know every single part of it. It's like, I damn near want to drive to Flint, look at cameras, talk to neighbors. Like, I want to know exactly what happened, because all I have is what I was told, But they go to Flint, meet up with the guys or whatever, or one of the guys, because it was 3 of them in total. Meet up with one of the guys. They go pull up on the other 2 guys. and I guess they get out, had an exchange or whatever, and my brother thinking that the dude about to pull out the bank cards or whatever, and they swap the money, whatever they do, and he ended up pulling out a gun because his initial thing was to rob him. And he like, bro got a gun.
To rob your brother.
Yeah. And he tried to turn around and run and get back in the car, and dude just shooting him in the back. So he's pretty much getting shot into the car. And whoever he was with, apparently they didn't have like no spidey senses or anything, because they said it was a hospital that was like 5 minutes away from them. He drove all the way down there back to the city from Flint. So by the time you get to the hospital, bro, of course he probably dead already.
Wow. Yeah.
So, I mean, and at the same time, it's like me being an adult, like I'm like, I don't know what I would have did in that situation. You got to give people a little grace, because it's like, you probably tweaking out like, damn, a nigga just got shot in my car, like, or whatever like that. But still, it's like, damn, like nobody thought to like, let's find somewhere closer. And yeah, apparently once he got to the hospital, they just already just said he was dead on the scene type thing.
Yeah. And so, you know, what people don't know is that your brother was actually nice with the music.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
long live DBZ, by the way.
Yeah,
that's
man.
that's
long
my
live
brother.
him. Yeah, for sure, man. I know that like, that's why you where you at. Like, honestly, I'm real big on bringing these moments out, because when people see a person going to the mountaintop, you know, oftentimes we look at celebrities, or we look at, you know, people that's successful and doing their thing, as their life is just so good.
Right.
And they not going through the things that we go through down here.
Right.
When it's like, bro, you don't know what a person done been through to get to where they at. You don't know what type of gas is in them that's keeping them fueled. You feel me? Like, you know, this premium gas over here that we've been, you feel me? We done been through it, and it's keeping me going. So that's why I appreciate you for being, you know, open and vulnerable with a touchy situation like that, so that hopefully people can, you know, gain, you know, some type of insight and knowledge on that, that it'll help them. But from that point, your music is what you lock in to, and you've been on that journey ever since. Did you see yourself like being where you at right now, and really like being an artist and a rapper on Sway, bars, you know what I mean? You went on the one podcast, I don't know if that was in Ohio or something like that, but they was just in awe. Chicago, yeah. They was just in awe, like,
Illinois
damn, she
radio.
the truth.
Yep.
You know?
The thing is, like I say, I always have to give credit to my brother, because I wouldn't be Detroit Diamond if it wasn't for him. Literally, like, and it's so sad that it had to happen this way. Like, I feel like, say he was still alive, I probably would have pushed forward more to become successful at playing basketball, because that was my dream. But once his death happened, it made me lose the love for it. And I had to pivot to another lane. Now, I feel like I always was supposed to be an entertainer in some form since a little kid. Like, I used to dance like Michael Jackson, and you feel me? Like, just love music my whole entire life, but I never thought that I was going to be a rapper, like, or an artist at all. And the fact that I took on the challenge to be like, I'm about to do something that's going to keep his name alive, right? Like, that's the biggest goal out of all of this. I feel like to get myself on a platform as big as Netflix and be able to give him a tribute on there, like, I don't have to do nothing else. You feel me? Like, being able to be like an inspiration to his kids, like my nieces and nephews now, they look up to me. Like I said, I ain't had nobody that I looked up to when I was little. So to have the kids, like, they all want to be rappers, or they all want to do some type of entertainment, because they like, my auntie do this. Like, they want to show their friends, this my auntie. You feel me? Like, that mean more to me than anything. And I don't know, bro. It's just the way life is, or how it go. You never know. Like, and you got to be ready for whatever the pivot is. Like, at any point. And I feel like sports helped me with life. Like it taught me how to manage so much stuff, how to work with different people, how to communicate, how to be dedicated to something, like have a drive. That's what sports, that's why I'm always grateful for the game of basketball, because it like taught me about life. My childhood and everything that I went through, it all prepared me for life. Like this game, I could have easily folded. I've been doing it now. This is like my 7th year. This would be my 7th year, or 6 years.
It might be 6.
6, yeah.
I
year
got it
6.
here October 15th.
Yeah,
I got the
October
dates.
15th. Yeah, October 15th. It'll be 6. So, you know, usually people, if they started doing something, they ain't getting no shine from, ain't nothing happening, you ain't getting no money. They be like, oh yeah, fuck that. I'm about to just get a job and I'm cool on it. But I just never stopped. Like, no matter what came my way, it was like, all right, man, you can take a day off and cry or feel, you know, down and out. But like, what else you gonna do? You gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, 100. Netflix, you get that opportunity. How did it come about? What was your mentality? I'm talking about you took advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah.
And you did it in a Detroit way. You know what I mean? You made the city proud, went viral, everybody. How did it feel, though, just to get that love from the city, bro? Like, you know, we come from that's one thing about Detroit. When you in Detroit, you get hated on a lot.
The hardest shit ever, bro.
But when you make it on a platform or any level of success, the whole city gonna back you. When you that one and they seeing you there, everybody gonna back you. That's just how Detroit is. So, like, how was it for you receiving that love? And, like, just what was your mentality, like, just going through that whole competition?
Man, I don't even know where to start. How did I get on the show? I start there just because it was a process since 2019, 2020, right? So the show comes out in 2019. I want to say probably like October, November, or sometime in that. I didn't watch it when it first came out. So season 1, right? We on season 2. So season 1 come out, I'll watch it probably in like December of 2019. And as I'm watching it, I'm literally talking to somebody that I was dating at the time. And I'm like, how do people get on these type of shows? Like, I never see nothing about it.
And I was going to ask that, like, not to cut you off, but the fact that you even did that, because people be looking at that like, man, that junk rigged. That they got the people selected already. I'm not about to feel nothing out and waste my time to get on there. But
that's the thing. I didn't. Right? So let me tell you. I'm going to tell you the process. Hold on. So I'm watching the show. I'm just talking about it. How people get on these. I never seen nothing about no auditions, none of that type of thing or whatever. And I'm just thinking like, or saying out loud, like, I would love to be on a platform like this because that's all I need. I got the consistency. I got the creativity, you know, the hustle. I just don't have an audience. So soon as I get the audience, we out of here. You feel me? So that's December 2019. By January, I get an email from a casting director. He say, hey, Detroit Diamond, how you doing? My name is Brian. I was trying to see if you wanted to be on season 2 of Rhythm and Flow.
Crazy.
I'm like, hell no, this fake.
Did you call dog?
There's no way. I didn't have his number. You know, I'm seeing the stuff on the email, but immediately I'm just like, this gotta be fake, because how? Like, how did you find me?
Yeah.
I don't got no following. At that time, I probably got like 1,000, 2,000 followers, something like that, like nothing crazy. And I started to just do a bunch of research, right? I'm trying to find out who he is, the company that's at the bottom, because the shit say Netflix at the bottom, it say Jesse Collins Entertainment. So I'm looking up all these people, like, who is this? Jesse Collins, he's the owner of like Jesse Collins Entertainment. He runs the Super Bowl, BET Awards, Oscars, Emmys, like all those major platforms. He's the guy over it, president of it. So I'm like, damn, okay, he's somebody. I don't know if he really somebody, but I'ma see where it goes. So I'm like, yeah, like, I'm interested, you know. He like, all right, cool, send me your number, I'ma call you. So when he said that, I'm like, oh, this shit might be real. Because niggas ain't never saying I'm going to call you. They'll be like, they'll follow up. All right, send back $200. So I know it's a scam type of vibe. He called me. He like, like, yeah, we love you. We want to have you audition for the show. This the process and stuff like that. So I'm like, damn, this might be real for real. I do a bunch of like virtual auditions. I got to send in videos, rapping, telling them why I think I should be on the show type of thing like that. That's the whole process happening in like January, February a little bit. By March, they were supposed to have came to Detroit for a live audition, right? So I'm getting ready for it. All right, cool. Boom, out of nowhere, COVID happened. World shut down. Ain't no audition. We got to figure out what this is. We'll resume in a couple months or whatever. A couple months don't happen because COVID go on for what, 2 years for real? Like 2 full years. So I'm like, damn, that was my one opportunity that I was going to be, on TV for real. Thought it was over. But the thing was, I just always stayed persistent. When it came to them, Brian, once he gave me his number, he couldn't get me off him. I'm texting him every month, holidays, hey, happy birthday, Merry Christmas. If y'all still doing the show, I'm available. Like, you feel me? But at the same time, I'm still growing as an artist. Now I'm building up my platform. I'm, just still performing. I'm getting better. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff to still just like build up, my catalog and everything. So, cool, boom, 2021 go by, 2022 go by. We in 2023 now. I moved to LA, right? 2023, I'm like, all right, my team at the time, it's like some people I went to college with, we all gonna be in LA, we finna start our label. I was the only missing piece that wasn't there. I had all moved out there already. So like, you come out here,
we good.
We gonna take care of everything, it's cool. So I'm like, bet. I go out there and it wasn't what I expected it to be, right? Because it's like, when you deal with people from afar, everything seemed peaches and cream. It's cool. I got a nigga who sending me money that's helping fund my videos and my wardrobe and stuff like that. Great. I got a nigga who sending me beats and producing the songs and everything cool. Soon as I get there and you around them every day, you start to see like the type of people they is. Niggas ain't really showing up. Niggas ain't protecting you. Mind you, I've never lived with men before in my life. This is the first time I've ever lived with men. Trying to do the music shit. It wasn't the move. So, I end up leaving that situation because I just felt like they was on some bullshit, right? And I was staying with a couple friends at the time. I'm just moving around. I'm still staying in California, but I'm just moving around, performing, doing all type of stuff. Like, I done went to the Grammys. I done went to the Billboard Awards. I'm getting myself in these rooms, meeting, networking people, everything. And it gets like I want to say like June, July-ish or whatever. Around that time, I'm working at the Dodger Stadium. I'm working at Universal Studios. I'm still rapping, still shooting videos. I'm still doing everything, right? So me and one of my friends that I was staying with at the time, now me and her get into it. It's just, it ain't work out. It's just like the hunger that I have, a lot of people don't got it, right? So when I see some potential in somebody and they don't see it in themselves, it throw me off. So it's like, I can't really stick around you because I feel like you ain't got it. I can't teach consistency. I can't teach hunger. I can't teach drive. It's like, all I can do is see it in you. I can give you an opportunity. You can take it and run with it, or it just ain't gonna work.
Real talk.
It didn't work out. I ain't had nowhere to go. I was in my car. So with me working at Universal Studios, I'm like, this is probably the safest place that I can be in LA, because LA ain't it's not no bullshit out there, right? You don't want to just be parked on a corner somewhere and you would be fucked up. Like, so I'm like, boom, I'm just start working at the Dodger Stadium and stay in this one place so it's easier for me to operate. At my job, they got a area you can shower. They got an area where you can eat. You get, employee discount.
You like, I'm good. I'm in this one.
Damn near, yeah. Like,
I'm gonna be in this type of situation, this would be the best, situation for me. Yeah.
And then I'm working. So I'm working at the time. It's like Halloween, around Halloween time. They got like Halloween Horror Nights. That shit going from like September to like November-ish or something like that. I'm getting off of work at like 4 a.m. every day. So by the time I get off of work, like I said, it's like 3, 4 a.m. I go in, shower, go back to the car. I done had to make this motherfucker like home, bro, because at first when I'm in there, I'm still sleeping normally, like straight up and down in the car like this.
Oh, no.
Because you gotta think, everything that I own is in this car.
Right. So you ain't even got the room.
I don't got no space. My trunk filled, the whole front seat filled, the back. So now I got bags of clothes in the front seat. I take the blanket and I'm like, I gotta lay this mug this way. So now I gotta sleep this way.
Long way.
I gotta sleep level.
Yeah.
Because when I'm sleeping this way in the car, my legs start swelling up, my feet. I'm going to the hospital because I'm like, what's happening to me? The doctor like, well, are you sleeping right? I'm like, I kind of live in my car right now.
They like, bingo.
Yes, you gotta sleep level. Like your heart gotta be on the same level as your legs, or the blood ain't flowing right. So that's when I figured, all right, boom. And it's just like, the fact, I just feel like my childhood of me being in survival mode from that little kid taught me how to be able to navigate that situation. Because I feel like any other woman would have been like, fuck this.
Nah, for real.
I'm going back home or wherever else. I'm going to just stay with the niggas who doing me bold just because so I can have somewhere to stay.
And that be the thing too, man. That is a real saying, man. Everything that you done been through in your life, it's all about perspective. You get what I'm saying? Even when you was just talking about, the young lady that you kind of fell out with, and you were saying that if you don't have this drive or if you don't have, I can't convince you, but that stems from that discipline of basketball and going through that. So it's going to be a lot of people like that don't got that.
They ain't got
especially women.
Yeah.
How many women has actually been a part of like team things where you got to work together?
Really?
How many women like actually play sports?
And just do some grimy shit, period. Like,
So yeah. But you can, I did want to ask one question though, and you can, carry on. Of course, we leading up to the show, but you said that you were going to Grammys and you was going to these different, events and stuff, that big scale events. How do a person, for a person that's watching this, how do you get into those rooms if you out there in LA?
I feel like you just got to know somebody. Because it wasn't like I had pulled the people that I was working with at the time, like my team, somebody knew somebody and they was able to get tickets. Like, so that's just how that was happening. It wasn't like I knew nobody. I don't even know if you can pay to get in certain events like that. Like, I feel like probably like the BET Awards and stuff, you can kind of pay to get in those. But like Grammys and shit, if you do pay, I feel like it's going to be some outrageous type of shit, like thousands of dollars. And I ain't had that. Yeah. So it was just based on like the situation I was in. And that's why I'm like, I'd be grateful for everything. Like everything happened for a reason. Obviously the situation with them didn't work out, but a lot of positive things I took out of it.
They say your network is your net worth. So.
The doctor just telling me like, yeah, you can't sleep that way. This way you got to figure out a way to keep everything level and your heart rate and, keep it flowing. So I just, like I said, me being in that survival mode from a little kid, I had to take that to my adulthood at that time and figure out a way to, to make it work. So I was going through that process every day for like 4 months straight. Like, go to work, go in, shower, eat, come back, go to sleep in the car for a couple hours. And mind you, it's like, it ain't like I'm getting the best sleep in the world. It's an amusement park. It's Universal Studios. So it's like loud, people getting out their car, slamming doors. You don't know who finna pull up next to you, do some wild shit. Like, but I done sectioned out my car. My car got tinted windows, but at the same time, I still done put up like
Tell me she
blankets.
don't put blinds.
Bro, yes, I got all type of sheets and blankets and all type of shit around the car because I'm like, nigga, this is my crib. Like, that shit is crazy to even think about. Like, now, oh my God, I cannot believe that. But, yeah, so one day I get off of work and I go in the car. I go to sleep for a couple hours. I wake up, I got an email on my phone. Like, I see it at the top of my screen, just like, if you seeing this, that's all I could really see. If you seeing this message. So I open it, I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, if you seeing this message, that means that it's time. And it was like them saying the show is resuming from back when I was first getting on the show in 2019, 2020, right? I'm like, oh my God, bro. I'm literally just sitting in the car, just like bawling. Cause I'm like, this is the moment that God was preparing me for. Like, he made me come and stay in this car to isolate me from everybody that wasn't supposed to come on a journey with me right now. Like, all them people you was trying to work with and you wanted to, they couldn't come. You had to be here. Like, and then I have to prepare you for now this new journey that you're about to take on this show, because it's about to be a mental thing. This ain't even it's a rap competition, but it's more mental than anything out of this whole entire thing. And I learned that as I was going through the show. So now you asking me, what was the process of being on the show? So boom. Now I thought I got that email. We got to do the whole audition process all over again. I do virtual ones. I do in person one in LA. I decide to move back to Detroit because I'm like, now that I know that I'm possibly about to be on the show, because you still don't know until like months later. Like, we started this process in like September. I didn't know 1000% that I was going to be on there until about the end of November, early December.
Yeah.
Because you still, like I said, you got to go through so many more auditions. You got to do a psychiatric evaluation. And you talking to doctor, they got to figure out if you crazy, if you like, because they can't have you on a show if you got some shit going on with you, for real, right?
Man, got sued.
Man,
they ain't playing that.
So, we go through that whole process. I fly back out to LA because I got to get my car now. Like, when I first went out there, I shipped my car, right? So I'm thinking, like, I'm going to ship it back. But at the time, I ain't had no money for real. Like, I'm fucked up. I done had to pay off the car note that I've been owing for all these months, you stuff like that. So, me and my mama fly out there and we drive it back to Detroit. The craziest trip I ever took.
How many hours is that? That gotta be something crazy.
Initially, it was supposed to be like 72, I want to say. No, I mean, it turned out to be 72 because of what we was doing.
Okay. But that ain't like, 70, you said 72 hours?
That's too long. That's longer than 3 days.
Right,
like,
facts.
It was supposed to only be like 2 days, kind of.
Yeah.
But so much shit was going on with me. I got pulled over like 3 times. Once was with me driving. The other 2 times, my mom, she can't drive. So it was terrible even letting her come. We done got pulled over. She driving in the dark. Done ran over a damn boulder while we like in Arizona, Colorado area. Tire done blow out. We sit and wait in the middle of the night trying to get a tow truck, get a tire. It was just so much crazy shit. But we eventually make it back home. Make it to Detroit, whatever. And now I'm staying with my mama. Mind you, I ain't stayed with my mama since I was like in 11th grade. So I'm still just, I'm sacrificing so much stuff in my life during my peace of mind, bro. Like, to be back in that space, like, I feel like a little ass kid, because like you stand back at your mama crib, like, but I knew I had to do it because I'm like, I just got to get prepared for this show. I'm going to go on the show. I'm going to make it to the end. Hopefully I win, and then I'm going to be able to change my situation. That's my mindset going into it. So I'm at home. I'm working out. Writing raps, doing all this stuff.
She done start working out.
Yes, because mind you, I'm standing in the car, so I'm not working out. Yeah. Like, I'm pretty much working out from working, like walking around my job. Yeah. But I ain't getting my cardio good for when I'm rapping.
And that's what, so you had that in mind. The reason why I'm highlighting this is just preparation. So you had this in mind, knowing as a performer, when you get on the stage, you're going to be in front of these people. You're going to need your stamina right.
Yes.
You're going to need, that's what you think.
Yes.
Damn. That's dope.
Absolutely.
That's
I'm like,
dope.
I have to, I don't want to be a certain weight either, because you on camera, it make you look bigger than what you is.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yes, I need my breath control to be good. Mind you, it still wasn't the best when I did it. Like, I'm 10 times better now, but it was good enough for me to be able to, you know,
Do
get
what
through
you
it.
did. Yeah, for sure.
So, just preparing. My mama is making me pick somebody from the show every day that's on season 1 to write a rap about, so that I can battle them. And I have to stand in front of her as if she's the person I'm battling, so that I can be prepared, because I never battle rap before.
Was that like a little, I ain't gonna say intimidating, but...
Hell yeah, because my mama ain't the nicest, most bubbly type of, it's like, you kind of intimidated in general, because I'm like, first of all, she giving me 24 hours because that's what they saying on the show. I didn't think it was true. I'm like, it's no way they're giving them 24 hours to write the rap and go remember it.
But you get on the show and that's what it is? 24
hours, write the rap, so remember it, perform
so
it.
if we can, not to skip too much, but if we can, you there now, right? Let's put you there now.
Right.
You said most of it is mental.
Mental, for sure.
What was like some of the games, some of the mental tricks, some of just the things of being on that show, and then lead us to that monumental moment where Big Sean, you know what I mean? Just like, crazy. Come on, man, that's Sean, man. That's the, you know?
So I fly out there. The day that I fly out there, I have like the craziest plane ride I feel like I ever been on, where I'm thinking we ain't gonna make it. Mind you, this before all the crazy plane shit was happening, but I just always never been a fan of flying, for real. The plane going crazy. They done put me on the Delta flight. It's nice, everything like that, but I'm like, bitch, I ain't about to make it. I get there and I'm just super excited, right? Boom. The audition day is probably like, we get there on the 9th. We auditioned on the 11th. The 11th was my niece's birthday on the audition. My brother's daughter. That was my audition day. So the day of, they take us and put us in this holding room, right? The whole time, you barely ain't got no food. The shit is cold as hell. It's like they trying to play a mental game on you as an artist or as a person to see if you gonna fold under these circumstances as well, right? So I'm like, I'm peeping the game, because I'm like, why we ain't somewhere nice? Why we ain't somewhere with some heat? Why we ain't got no good food? Like, but this is the early stages of the show, right? Because we get there, it's like 60 of us that make it. Yeah. It's like 100,000 people that audition. 60 make it to Atlanta to go and actually do the actual audition.
Fire.
So, and even out of that 60, everybody didn't get to go. So they just picking people who they think might be something or whatever like that. I get out, we do a sound check. While we doing a sound check, they say, well, we gonna switch up the beats for everybody, right? Because they gave us a pack of beats to pick before we did that audition, right? All of them was trash. Like, they all mid YouTube style beats that they know ain't about to cost nothing, for real. So I'm like, what do y'all mean? They like, well, just the way that y'all initially was coming in, we swapping it to the end. So it's kind of like backwards. Your song kind of was going a little bit backwards opposed to how you rehearsed it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, okay. But we got to make adjustments. It is what it is type thing. So when I come out and I'm originally saying, Detroit, Diamond, in this big, I'm only supposed to say that probably like 2 times, and then I'll start rapping.
Right.
But because they added some extra bars in there, now I got to say it a couple times. So now I got to try to get the crowd to get in with me, which is tough to start off, because they like, who the fuck is you? Like,
facts.
I'm not from Atlanta. I'm Detroit Diamond. They like, you feel me? So when I was able to get them to recite it back to me, I'm like, oh yeah, we gone. But before then, I didn't know that Big Sean was coming or gonna be there or nothing. Like, they just was having random like special guests come the day of.
So you didn't know Lotto was?
We knew the judges like the day before.
Right.
So they told us like it's Lotto, Khaled, Ludacris. So we like, damn, all right, this some big shit. Like you gotta go crazy.
Facts. We talking Luda bars.
Come on, bro.
Khaled,
like,
his ear crazy.
I'm like,
Lotto doing her thing.
I'm immediately like my life about to change tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like the next day that I'm performing, I'm out of here. So once I see Big Sean out there, I'm like,
it's over.
it's Detroit. We here.
Bag.
Man, and then, I come out and he talking to me like, what part of Detroit you from or whatever? I'm like, shit, I'm from the west side. Plymouth. So I just feel I'm comfortable a little bit because I'm like, this my people, but I never met him before or nothing. But I'm just like, at first I had a little nerves. Soon as I got on the stage and like I said, soon as they said, in this bit back to me, I was like,
and all of that, and then just because we know how they edit stuff, you know what I mean, for the camera. I'm glad you saying this because some people may try to play it like that shit was rehearsed, like they had audience getting involved to make it look bigger than what it is. Because I ain't gonna lie, that shit looked crazy. Like the people,
looked like a party, bro. Like,
it looked crazy, and you said you literally had them with that type of energy in the building.
Straight up. And mind you, okay, on the show, they made it seem as if I came out first. I didn't come out first. So it's probably like 20 other people that went before me. So I'm like, I'm waiting damn near all day because I'm like, all right, like when it's my turn. So I am starting to get a little nervous or anxious because I'm just like, I'm seeing people who, if you don't come back to that room, then you probably either got sent home. I didn't know how they was doing. I'm like, they either got sent home or they might have just sent them to the hotel. Like, all right, you cool. You can go back. So I'm like, damn. And right before I went on the stage, she was like, damn, what do I call her? She was just like one of my music production assistants while we was working there. Her name Destiny. And she could sense that I was a little nervous. She was just like, just relax, mama, you got it. Like, after she said that, I'm like, damn, I really got it. Like, I'm here now. Like, what, I got to do it.
Nothing. Yeah. And you did it.
Went out on stage and I couldn't even, the reaction that I got, like, I couldn't have dreamed of having that. Like, I feel like that still to this day was like my littest performance I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. How did the follower numbers go after that? After it aired and after it started going viral?
The show, once it aired, it was just going up crazy because the day before the show came out, I think I had probably maybe 11,000, like 10, 11,000, something like that. And it was like I was getting like 1,000 a day, something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm like almost at 100,000 now.
That's crazy.
So...
And that's one thing, too, like, about social media. Once you got a platform, if you know how to,
that's it.
Even if you didn't rap no more, you got a platform. You can leverage, you can do so much.
That's literally it.
You know what I mean?
Use the platform to your advantage. And it's so many people, like, if you was to go and look at, the people that was on the show and who's still relevant right now. The show came out in November. We in March. Well, we in April now?
Yeah.
It's April. It's not that many of us that you still see.
Yeah.
That's like, oh yeah, they going. Like they took advantage of this and they still going and doing their thing. So it was just like I was planning for it. Like everything that I did was tactical. Every single thing. Like when we came back from the show, like the finale, and I came back home, I was distraught, obviously, because I'm like, if I didn't win, I was supposed to be in the top 2.
Yeah. What did you come in? How did
4.
4. So
I got sent home first out of the top 4.
But that's good shit though.
It was a win, regardless. I never took it as like it's a L. Like again, I'm on the biggest platform I ever been on in my life. All of the connections I made doing this, I stayed in touch with every single person.
Yeah.
That from the janitors in the building to the executive of the show. Like I'm keeping everybody information. We locked in. So, but you got to think during the process, every challenge we got, right? So we do that audition. Next, we do the cypher, right? Okay, the cypher was cool. Mind you, the cypher is a very interesting episode for me because I felt like I forgot my words, right? But I just finessed it to the point where can't nobody tell that I forgot it. Like, I had to show, like, my cousin, I done show so many people where I'm like,
this is where I
fucked up right here. And I'm like, y'all ain't see it? Like, they like, no. Even when we got done recording it, I'm telling the people in my group, like, I'm like, y'all, they about to send me home because I messed up. They like, you did? Like, they can't even tell that I messed up. But I'm like, Remy is here. Right. She ain't letting nothing go over her head at all. You feel me? I'm like, oh my God. But once we came back and they like, y'all are 4 for 4. Y'all going through. I'm like, oh my God. All right, I can't fuck up no more. Now, after this, everything got to be punctual. So, again, I'm getting 24 hours to write a rap, record it, memorize it, and perform it. I'm going to sleep listening to the songs in my headphones. I'm not going out. I ain't talking to nobody. I ain't talking to none of my family at all because I'm like, can't nobody distract me, right? I'll call them and tell them, hey, I made it to the next round. Love y'all. Boom. That's it. It ain't nothing more. Every time I'm calling them niggas, I made it.
Little cuz, no, he
no, this big cuz, big bro. Like, he like, all right, cool. Like, they just proud of me. Keep going type thing like that. I'm calling Mary Wheat. And then we find out we going to Detroit to do the battle, right? And I'm like, what the hell we going back to Detroit for? I'm like, I just left here. You feel me? I'm trying to stay somewhere. It's warm. It's nice. It's cool. We got good vibes. Like, but I'm like, okay, it's making sense. Like, they about to have Eminem come. We about to do it at the shelter. Yeah. You know, big deal. We do that. And I'm like, while it's happening, while we filming that episode and it's happening, I'm like, easily, I feel like I won, right? While it took them the longest to decide our battle because they was like, what she was saying lyrically, they felt like was a little bit better than mine, right? But for a battle rap, I did what I was supposed to do when it comes to battle bars, feeding off the crowd. I'm saying shit that I know like gon' hit, like stuff like that. So Eminem, he just like, bro, this is literally the hardest battle I ever had to judge in my life. And I'm like, huh? Like this? I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, let's get it moving. But then I was getting so much pressure from that situation because I'm like, I'm in Detroit. They feel like I'm supposed to win because I'm in Detroit.
Absolutely.
I didn't have as much time as everybody else to prepare for that round because when we got there, they wanted to do a home visit with my family. You know how they showing everybody's home visits.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm the only one doing a home visit during the show being
So y'all
filmed.
Practicing, y'all going over bars, and
everybody
I'm doing a home visit, and then got to go back and make sure that my stuff A1.
So probably like 5 hours on my day is based on me getting prepared, you know, like that's all I got. I had to do the filming with my family. I barely ate that day, so I feel like they was purposely making sure niggas wasn't eating like that, because when you don't eat, you mad, like you angry, shit happens, it's drama.
You said they was gonna have y'all in that book.
Yeah, they like scrap, fuck it, scrap. And then I'm like, I gotta get my hair done. I'm literally up to like 3, 4 in the morning, and gotta be back filming at like 7, 8, and go do it. So
you don't feel like you was at
I wasn't prepared. I was not the best for that round. So I was blessed that I actually remembered all my shit, and that I was able to execute, because I just didn't get the proper amount of preparation like everybody else.
Nah, 100. Now that that's over, you know, you've done some more things since then. If I'm not mistaken, like other show opportunities or something along those lines.
Like what?
Oh, no,
Me
okay.
being on another show?
Something in L.A., something else in L.A. or something, or was it Hawaii? Well, not Hawaii.
Oh, I was in Hawaii, but I was filming a show.
Film. Okay.
Because like I said, I'd be doing production assistance. So
Okay, got you.
we was filming Temptation Island.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So in this phase that where you at, new EP, you know what I mean?
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
Mhm.
You know, platforms slapping. You know, you know what I'm saying? You got the foundation. What is Detroit Diamond's next moves?
I feel like I don't have, I want to say, a set plan of what's going to happen next, right? I feel like I'm dropping new music, so I'm constantly going to always drop music, right? I'm going to have my first independent concert, right?
Okay.
That I'm going to host myself, have a few people open up for me and put on, my own thing.
In the city?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully next month in May for my birthday. Okay. So that's the goal.
Well, we'll be there.
Period. And then I want to do some college tours, like going in towards homecoming season, right? Definitely want to do that. And I mean, I feel like I just want to obviously keep building my brand, keep getting these opportunities to perform and open up for these artists. Like, I opened up for Lloyd, I opened up for Cashed Out, MC Light.
How was the Cashed Out thing? To Detroit.
It was lit, bro. It was real lit. Like, she was super cool, like, embraced me and the things like that. So that was like a great experience. I would love to do a song with her. Like, I've been shooting my shot, and I feel like I'm like a professional manifester. So everything I say is going to happen. I be putting the action behind it, but when I put it into the universe, it happens.
For sure.
I'm have a song with Cashed Out and Big Sean too, because I'm like this close to Big Sean for real. Like, I done got in touch with his manager and everything. So I'm like super close to that happening. So hopefully we can make that happen.
And that's the dopest thing, is that he know that memory. That's all you will want, is when you in a room with certain people, is to leave an impact so strong that they'll never forget. He could be 70 years old and he gonna be like, I remember that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's, even when it was like going viral, when that first episode came out, he had commented on stuff like, she fired, whoop, like, like he remembered me. And I just feel like, even when you was talking about speaking on getting the love from the city, I feel like that was all I had initially wanted, right? When I first started rapping, because I'm like, I'm about to take on being Detroit Diamond. Like, this is my name. Right? I'm putting on for the city. This is what I want my brand to be. So, of course, I would love for everybody in the city to support me. The fans, the artists, everything like that. To this day, I've never worked with a big artist from the city. Like, none of them still have like ever reached out to me or like embraced me or been like, hey, I want to, lock in with her type of thing like that. I don't know what that is. But I don't think too much of it. I used to be in my feelings about it, like heavy, like, how the fuck they don't know who I am, bro? Yeah. Like, my name Detroit Diamond, like, you feel
straight
me?
Up,
like, come on.
Up.
I've been on the radio, like, done had like 10, 11 songs on the radio. I'm on these platforms and stuff now, and I used to be heard, like, so that was my initial reason too for me moving, because I'm like, well, shit, since they don't want to embrace me here and build a team, it's so many of them like that's breaking through, and it only take for one of them
to stand with, and that's
I fuck
it.
with Detroit Diamond, woo, come do a song, whatever, and then it's out of there. Like, it makes sense to do that. Soon as I moved to LA, it was like everybody started seeing me, and I'm like, that's weird as hell. Like, y'all, I was doing the same thing while I was here.
It don't work like that, unfortunately, and it's crazy. I don't like to use this word, so I'm gonna blank it out. Detroit is a de-sucked out city, bro.
It is.
And what happens is people gotta see you here. there with certain people
certain
in
people.
order to embrace you. And it's crazy because it's like, catch me while
while I'm grinding, come
I don't know if
with
I'm going to feel that same way.
Man,
You know what I mean? You know how many
gotta
interviews I
understand.
done reached out to people and tried to get, and I know where we going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So I feel where you coming from. But it's coming for sure. I know it is.
I don't even know how I feel about certain. I know like it's certain people that if they was to like come around, I'll probably say no, thank you. Cause I mean that has happened since I've been on the platform now. Since I've been on Netflix. Bro, if you've seen how many people I done been DMing for years or trying to get in touch with
I ain't
or
gonna lie.
network with.
I apologize to cut you off, but I gotta debate you a little bit on that because I don't want you to have that mentality. Because at the end of the day, it's all business,
Right?
And it's all work. And I think, like even right now, it's somebody that's blowing up your DM right now.
Mm-hmm.
That you ain't responded to. Maybe you ain't see them.
Right.
Maybe you just feel like, yeah, you dope, but just a little bit more. And they feel that same way. So I always think that too. Like when I go through my face, I'm like, damn, I want to interview. Why?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, there's somebody in my DM right now that's like, damn, bro, whole ass, he ain't
Bro, but
interviewed.
that's literally facts because, and this is what I'm saying. So now I don't feel that way, but at one point,
For sure.
I felt that way. Like, damn, like niggas be hoeing you. But soon as my followers start going up and the amount of DMs that I mean, it's hundreds of them coming in every 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Like shit is insane, bro. I was like, I started to give every celebrity in this world grace because I'm like, it's no way they gonna see it.
Man.
If they don't follow you, it's not coming to your DM directly for them to see it.
You got to go through there and accept, like, open that up and accept that.
I never knew it was so many extra folders and requests and spam and
facts.
All,
on Instagram, though.
Instagram alone.
Yeah.
So mind you got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of these. I'm like, damn, like it's people that be DMing me all the time. But I will say, because of the experience that I had coming into the game like this, I do respond to people very often. Like probably way more than I should.
Yeah.
But I go in all them folders and I check because first of all, I don't know if it could be some money in there.
100.
So I gotta check to see. Me and my team, we gotta check to see what's really going on in there.
I heard an artist say that he had like close to like 100 bands in his folder that he ain't even know because it's, you know what I mean? It's just there. It ain't like coming through. So, yeah, definitely
or it might just be an artist or somebody that is of some caliber that they can't reach you because they in another folder or whatever. And I feel like Instagram, I don't know, they need to figure that out. Like,
real talk.
Something like that. Because I done missed out on an opportunity that was big and I ain't see it because...
you did?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Damn, you say you really did miss out on one, though.
A big one. Like, I'm sick about it to this day, bro, because I'm like, damn. And me and the person was even following each other. That's the crazy thing. But, yeah, I try to, I really fuck with my fans and my supporters and stuff like that. So I definitely try to respond back as much as I can. They all telling me, they love me, they support me. I got people reaching out from every different country, Australia, Germany, because you got to think the show it went to 129 countries. Right. So it's probably close to 1 billion people that have seen the show. But then it's also I don't know. I feel like it's still a couple million who haven't seen it. Because it'd be people who still just be like, I just seen the show. Or I didn't know you was on that show or type of thing like that. So it's like, it'd be interesting how it worked. But even my movement now in the world is totally different.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
People will run down on me, tweak out.
You a celebrity now, sis. Hey, you gotta move right. And sometimes, you know, people be feeling like they still regular, man. But when you get to them certain, I mean, you are.
I am
We
very
all,
much
you know, kick
regular,
that humility.
relatable,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But I also know like I have to protect myself.
100%.
So
100%.
I got security with me at all times. Like, don't nobody try no goofy shit ever.
Straight up.
Because he don't play them games. But you know, like I love taking pictures with people outside, and you know,
straight up,
people just being cool.
Straight up, man. Well, before we get out of here, just a few, you know, questions. Number one, off the back, for the people out there that may be interested, whether you is or you ain't, what is Detroit Diamond's dating life like as of now?
The fact that he laughed, man, that's crazy. It's dry. Oh my God, it's so dry.
How is it dry when you live right now?
I feel like that's the reason why.
Yeah.
Because I already initially have trust issues in general, right? So now I don't know why you want to come around. Like, do you like me because you like me, or do you like me because I was on TV? You feel me? Like, and then I don't know. I just don't be attracting the right type of people. And okay, I'm a Taurus. I'm a lover. Like, I'm a lover girl. I got control issues. I'm stubborn. And I don't be settling. So I feel like it's a lot. I'm a lot to deal with, you know, in general. And my caliber of person, I just ain't met my match yet. Which is cool because it's still allowing me to focus on my craft and grow. I'm not getting distracted. I ain't spending no extra money. You know, it's a lot that go into it. But right now I'm single and it ain't shit happening right now.
100. What do you think your purpose in life is?
I think my purpose in life is to heal people with my music. That's why I feel like the situation with my brother happened so that I can be the voice and speak up for the people who don't have a voice or that's going through it. Because there's a lot of people that reach out on a daily basis like, I lost my brother or I lost my sister or whatever like that. And they appreciate me for putting out the music that I do or telling a story or keeping my brother's name alive. And yeah, I feel like I'm just here to motivate for real.
What is your definition of happiness?
My definition of happiness is just like unlimited peace, unlimited blessings, unlimited wealth, unlimited food. Like,
just unlimited
everything.
We ain't got no limits. We all know.
Ain't no limits. Like, to live your life like that where you don't got to worry about my next meal, where I'm going to stay, no type of security. Like, I'm just living. Like, I just want to live. That's happiness, you know.
And lastly, what is your favorite quality about yourself?
My favorite quality about myself. Like physical or like what you mean?
We do both.
Okay, my favorite physical quality, I'ma say, I'm real thick, right? Like people they don't really appreciate my thickness. Like I feel like I came out the womb with an ass, you know, and of course it's like, you know, the girlies, they be like glorifying the ass, right? But my shit real, like it's natural. My mama had to have a C-section because I was too thick. Like that's the whole reason why that happened. So that's my greatest quality. Like my smile and my ass, that's like top tier, you know. My freckles too. So I love having freckles. But my best quality about myself internally, I feel like it's just my heart, really. Like me being a genuine person, like I want to see everybody that's around me win. I'm a giver naturally. And I don't know, just my hustle. I just It's undefeated, bro.
For sure, man. Well, great conversation.
Yes.
Definitely appreciate you, giving your entire story, the ups, the downs, you know what I mean? The wins and the losses,
Right.
Hopefully somebody can be inspired by this story, from us to you. Keep pressing, keep doing your thing. We
Y'all
rooting for you.
too.
We supporting you. Until next time, Detroit Diamond, the Forum Magazine, Pulse of the Culture.
Hey, what up,
Let's
though?
get it.